A member of the Goodyear Eagles aerobatic team, Sally Fleck, joins us for more. Good evening and thank you for taking time to chat to us this evening. Now, Sally, what's the one manoeuvre today that still gives you butterflies every single time?
It's hard to actually pick one manoeuvre. The thrill of flying formation aerobatics is what really does it for any formation aerobatic pilot. I wouldn't be able to say there's one formation manoeuvre that stands out. It's the camaraderie and being together in tight formation that does it.
As a woman in a male-dominated cockpit world, what's one of the, I want to say dumbest comments, but I kind of feel that's disrespectful, but what's one of the most interesting comments you've ever heard on the flight line?
You know, I've been very lucky. I actually haven't had any comments like that. I'm not sure because most of my life I've been on the flight line with these guys. So I really haven't had any stupid comments. The teammates that I fly with usually refer to me as mama, or, you know, they'll say, they look at me like a mom. I'm a mom hen. I make sure that they've got water, make sure that they've fed, you know, typical woman's stuff. But they actually really love it, you know. But without me, they don't get the water or the food.
What is the fastest you've ever pushed your aircraft? I'm assuming it's not a terribly fast aircraft, or am I mistaken?
Well, compared to Master Power and the extras, you know, the pit specials are known as the Ferraris of the sky. So there are more high-performance aircraft out there, but the pit special really is a classic and a great. So speed-wise, not so much about that, also about the precision that you can fly with it.
If a young South African girl here today wants to be you in 10 years' time, what's the first thing she must do on Monday morning?
Phone the closest flying school and just get stuck in. I had Patty Wagstaff, an international female aerobatic champion, who was my mentor and my hero growing up. And to this day, I mean, we still joke about it. If somebody can find a mentor or a hero and work towards what they do, I think it's spectacular, and they really need to give it their all. The environment has changed completely. It's no longer men and women. Patty would say, my aircraft doesn't know what my sex is. So whether you're a guy or a girl, just put your head down and go for it.
I'm pretty certain that it's a huge adrenaline rush when you are flying, but when you have landed and you've got off the plane, how quickly do you come back down to earth? It sounds silly, but you're already on earth, but from this adrenaline rush.
Not that quickly, actually. You know, in these teams, you're a bunch of close friends. There's a huge level of trust, you know, and so when you land, you open your canopy, you're feeling euphoric. It is, you know, to achieve such a great thing for so many people. But there's also a level of self-criticism. So afterwards, you think to take a few seconds in the cockpit to think what you could have done better. You know, you get out the airplane, everyone taps you on the back, and, you know, you love each other and tap, well done, well done. And then you usually have a debrief afterwards to see where you improve. But it takes a good full day until tonight to wind down, especially when you've had a day like today with a fantastic air show hosted by Smoke on Go. It takes a long time to actually wind down.
I don't want to focus on any negatives, but I do want to ask you, however, have you ever had any close calls?
I wouldn't say close calls, especially not in formation or anything like that. Your standard little niggles in an aeroplane, yes, maybe, but never in formation or flying aerobatics. No, none of those.
I suppose a lot of that's all down to preparation.
Absolutely. We spend hours training for these days, and we put the practice in. You don't just get into a formation team and fly with anybody. You first and foremost have to be friends. You have to trust the person. You have to know before they know, basically, anticipate what they're going to do. And that doesn't happen overnight. So there's a huge amount of preparation, and especially in a week like this, where the weather in Joburg has been quite testy. Goodyear Eagles and Master Power have a saying, no practice, no fly, and safety above all. That's what counts.
Thank you so much for chatting to us this evening, Sally Fleck, and for entertaining so many people today. That was member of the Goodyear Eagles aerobatic team, Sally Fleck, chatting to us.